Hello, guys. Great job making it Square Lab. So you and your partner are going to be discovering perfect squares and square roots and getting some extra practice with them. Okay, so you and your partner should have a baggie with 25 squares. Okay, they're all perfect squares. Now you guys are going to, your goal is to be able to find out how many squares does it take to find other perfect squares. So you're going to be connecting your squares together, find perfect squares with your squares that are from your baggie. So for example, if you have one square, okay, if you take one square out and leave it by itself, that is a perfect square. Okay, it is because, well, one, I told you it is, right? It's just one square by one square. So for example, outside here, I'm going to draw a picture of what that square would look like. If you just have one square together, that's what it is. It's a perfect square. It's a one by one square. And 1 times 1 is 1. So that is a perfect square cube. Okay? Or square, excuse me, just a perfect square. So the side length, the square root, is 1. Because the square root of 1 is 1. Okay? Now you need to start putting your squares together and find another set of perfect squares. So for instance, if you have two squares, okay, I'm going to draw this. You don't need to draw this in your paper, obviously. So for example, if you have two squares and you stack them on top of each other, well, now we have a rectangle because this is two long and one across. That is not a perfect square. Our side lengths have to be the same. So you can write down 2 there, right, for the number of squares, but it's not a perfect square. So then you're going to go ahead and erase it. You're kind of guessing and checking, right? So then you could try 3. Does 3 squares make a perfect square? And you're going to find out that it does not. So then you're going to erase that. You're going to use pencil, obviously. You're going to keep on trial and error until you find another perfect square. What if we have 4? Well, if we stack 2 this way, then 2 this way, we have 2 long and 2 wide square. They come together to form a perfect square. Okay, that's what we want. It takes 4 squares to find our next perfect square. So that does form a perfect square. And we would write the square root of 4 equals 2, right? Because 2 times 2 is 4. So that is how you're going about this. You need to find 4 more. The goal is to find 4 more with your squares from your baggie. Okay? You can. Try it. Okay, try to find as many perfect squares as you can. Okay, and then you're going to be sketching one that you find by yourselves down here. Okay? And then you'll be answering these questions down here. All right? And then make sure you follow along with Packer, and then, of course, follow along with Canvas, and it'll tell you what to do next.